Hello, family. Welcome back. When it comes to diet, there are so many to choose from. Most of them are gimmickly and they're just fads and they promise unbelievable results. Solid Fitness World is all about accurate current data and the latest scientific backed research. I treat nutrition no differently. In today's discussion, we are going to explore some of today's most popular diets of today. We've got no beef or no issues. With these diets or lifestyles, we are just here to lend you the facts and then you can take it away and do whatever you choose to do with it. Think about this as a surface level dive into three of the most trending and most common diet types circulating in the health and fitness industry. We will definitely tell you the pros and cons of each one, and hopefully, this will allow you to understand each one a little better before considering them as a practice. What better place to start than the old famous ketogenic diet, otherwise known as keto diet? Now, few diets have gained as much attention as the keto diet, known for its approach for macronutrients distribution, which focuses on high fat, low carb, macro split. The keto diet has been a solid and the keto diet has a solid and loyal following. The primary idea behind the keto diet is that by reducing carbs to a low level, your body moves into a state called ketosis. The metabolic state instead shifts to fats instead of carbs as the primary source of fuel, with a massive reduction in your body's blood glucose levels. The diet can potentially help those suffering from type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance. Early data has suggested that the keto diet may also be beneficial for people managing various health conditions such as Alzheimer's disease and even certain types of cancer. However, further research has to be more done in order to give you concrete evidence on this. There are certain drawbacks to the keto diet that you should be careful when considering it. Keto can be unsafe if you have type 1 diabetes. If this is you, make sure to speak to your doctor before making such big changes to your diet due to such strong restrictions on carbohydrates. The keto diet does not allow much space for fruits and vegetables. So this can result in certain vitamins and mineral deficiencies such as vitamin D, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. The keto diet also has been proven to be very difficult to stick to long term. People love bread, pasta, rice, and these delicious items are given up entirely. Furthermore, studies have found that the keto diet, if followed in the long term, can present health conditions such as liver disease and weakened immune systems. Finally, keep in mind when you drastically reduce or entirely remove carbohydrates from your diet, will your muscles and your liver release stored water as waste. This water was required when storing carbohydrates in the form of glycogen. As a result, your body weight will drop pretty rapidly in the first week or so, because remember, this is merely water weight. It's not body fat loss. Next up is intermittent fasting, otherwise known as IF. Unlike the majority of fad diets that focus purely on what to eat, intermittent fasting focuses on when to eat. Now, there are multiple options for doing intermittent fasting, but they all include a daily time window for fasting and a daily time window for eating. The most popular approach is the 16-8 option. The approach is a 16-hour fast period followed by a 8-hour feeding period. Within in the feeding period, hypothetically speaking, you can eat whatever you want. The idea is for you the idea is you will not be able to consume a surplus of your daily calories within the time window. The results for weight loss when focused rigidly on doing this is very good. Intermittent fasting provides a clear direction when sticking with a meal plan without the certain complexities that arise from counting calories and macronutrients. It has been shown to protect the organs against certain diseases such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and inflammatory bowel disease. However, like most diets, it's not for everyone. Intermittent fasting is difficult to uphold when attending social events. For example, of course, variations can be made to your eating window, but it does remove a certain spontaneity when it comes to certain weekends and certain holidays. I could force you to overeat during your feeding window because of the buildup of your appetite, making the whole process too much to deal with long term. Also, fatigue and low energy also has been frequently reported when following a strict fasting lifestyle. So keep that in mind. So if it's something you're interested in exploring. The third diet today is actually more so a lifestyle choice. We're going to talk about veganism real quick. Veganism is a lifestyle choice that removes all animal products from one's diet. This can be done for environmental reasons in support of animal welfare, for simple health choices, or a combination of it all. And it makes total sense. Living livestock is affected by climate change. Around 15% of all global emissions coming from this industry, plus the conditions in which animals are raised, slaughtered, have raised many eyebrows around the Western world, consequently moving people in the direction of a more plant-based diet. Recent research found that following a vegan diet has a lower risk of early mortality. The risk of heart disease and other certain cancers are further reduced when following a vegan diet. A diet naturally rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds is bound to cover the majority of your diet needs, but there are a few things to consider when recommending a daily amount of certain vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin B12, vitamin D, calcium, iron, iodine are naturally difficult for those vegans because they mostly appear in animal-based foods. However, supplements could cover these otherwise missed essential macronutrients as mentioned in the previous discussion. Completely Complete proteins can also become overlooked when following a vegan diet. And dispute, vegans have a lower risk of early mortality. When compared to the general population, studies have shown that vegans and health conscious meat eaters share the same reduction in early mortality risk. So it is not just the vegans. Finally, when it comes to animal welfare, this is the key to keep in mind, because the food that contains no animal product, it doesn't mean it supports animal welfare. Soybean plantations, for example, have destroyed various amounts of Amazon rainforest, while palm oil cultivation has wiped out habitats entirely. Species in Indonesia and both are considered to be vegan food products. So, do your research. If you are concerned about the environmental impact, in a nutshell, keto diet involves the reduction and complete elimination of carbohydrates from one's diet in the hope of burning body fat for fuel in a metabolic state known as ketosis. It has success as well as it has its drawbacks. It says, out of all of everything as we discussed, the keto diet has the least amount of data supporting its favorable results. Intermittent fasting involves the time of feeding and fasting periods is practically correctly and intermittent fasting involves the feeding time and fasting periods it practiced correctly. Intermittent fasting has a lot of health benefits. It's important to keep in mind that it may not be suitable to practice long term, where veganism involves the complete removal of animal products out of one's diet to protect the environment and the welfare of animals by consuming more plant based foods. If coordinated well and aided with the supplementation and knowledge of complete and incomplete proteins, the vegan diet can be a huge success. Those who follow the vegan diet naturally reach higher levels of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants while avoiding trans fats and saturated fats almost entirely. What Whatever diet you choose to follow or choose not to follow, know that calorie manipulation is the key to any form of weight loss or weight gain. If you are aiming for weight loss, any diet on the planet that allows you to reach a calorie deficit over a consistent period of time will allow you to lose weight. It is not the diet that is it's the ability to help you obtain a calorie deficit that's the part that works. An example of this is the convenience store diet. In a bit to highlight the power of a calorie deficit, a professor of human nutrition named Mark Hope only ate sugary foods, Doritos, and other store bought snacks for 10 weeks. His only rules was he had to remain in a calorie deficit. As a result, he lost 27 pounds from his food choices. This allowed him to achieve the massive level of success of fat loss. It was the calorie deficit alone that he wanted to prove, and he did just that. That's all for today. I hope that you have a better idea of different diets that you can choose that we pretty much went and discussed today. There is no harm in testing out various diet options, except maybe the convenience store diet. I don't recommend that one. If you like this video, you can like, share, and subscribe, and you can donate to the channel. Links to Cash App and PayPal will be in the description. Click my next video in the screen if you like this video to see more videos like this.